Hello Estonia, we are Rave the Reqviemi and we're coming to your country later this year. On July 26th, we're performing at Club Tapper in Tallinn. See you there, guys.
Rock stars usually have this stereotype that their life is some sort of way, like sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah.
What is the most unstereotypical thing of rock and roll in your life? Like, what is life actually?
Well, I work as a teacher. That's not really rock and roll.
Well, I mean, you said sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, I'm actually working with addicts, and I'm helping them get clean within the 12-step program. So that's not very rock and roll, but actually, I would like look at it the other way and actually say that it is very rock and roll, because that's like taking responsibility over your own life. I mean, doing drugs, that's not rock and roll at all.
No.
Being sober, like really being to enjoying life and all the good that's in the world, that's rock and roll in my world.
Do you think that the meaning of rock stars or this rock scene in general is changing in any way than it was, like, I don't know, in the 80s or 70s?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, things were different during the 70s, I believe so. Because, I mean, I don't think there was a lot of knowledge back then as well. You didn't have knowledge about the effects of drugs and alcohol and all that, and STDs, not to mention that, you mean. So, I mean, of course there are still rock stars, but I believe that artists nowadays, they need to be more serious, you know? They can't behave in a certain way because things aren't as simple as they used to be back in the days. You're like an entrepreneur more than you're just like a performing artist nowadays. So.
Okay, one last question. I told you there will be only one, but I lied. I'm a journalist, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's do it.
But if you know, like the sauna thing where everybody goes and are naked and stuff, you know.
Bastu in Swedish.
Yes, exactly. So if you want to like throw some water on the rocks, there's like a specific way to say it in every language, you know, like to blow up more steam.
Oh.
But if you're in a sauna where there are all sorts of different people who don't speak the same language, how do you tell this guy, like, come on, throw some water on the rocks? How would you like gesture or tell them to do it?
In Swedish. In Swedish.
Or I will actually use like sign language. I don't know. That's a spontaneous move.
I think so. Yeah,
Well.
like. I think so.
That's probably. I'm rarely in a sauna, to be honest. But
Neither am I. So.
yeah. And to be honest, I'm kind of used to doing things myself, because that way it turns out good, you know. So I would just probably do it myself. So.